55 past the hour this morning, growing concerns about bird flu as the average price of a dozen eggs has jumped above $5, and sometimes you can't even find them. This as officials detected a new form of the virus in dairy cows in Nevada, meaning there are now two different types of bird flu infecting both birds and cows. The virus affecting more than 153 million poultry and over 950 dairy herds. It's wiped out entire flocks at some farms, including nearly 3,000 hens at Cockadoodle Farm near Chicago. And joining us is the owner of that farm, Marty Thomas. Hey, Marty, can't tell you how much I appreciate the chance to speak with you. First of all, you lost thousands of hens. What happened?
Yeah, we had about 3,000 birds on our farm, just outside Chicago here. Yeah, it happened very, very quickly and without any symptoms either, which was strange. Yeah, it was very, very cold out, like bitter cold, and we lost like 30 birds, which was unusual. The next day, we thought it was just environmental because of the cold, but the next day, a couple hundred were dead, and we're like, man, this is something. So we got a vet involved, who also, because there was no symptoms and because we had a neighboring flock, which is the one we're seeing here. This neighboring flock was fine. And so he was like, man, if this was the bird flu, that flock would be dying off. And since there's no symptoms, so we operated the next couple of days under the assumption that it was just environmental. But then once this flock here that we're seeing, it started dying a couple of days later. And that's when the USDA got involved. And yeah, almost all of them died naturally within 72 hours.
And Marty, so no symptoms? I mean, they just started dropping, just no symptoms.
Which is the USDA said that this strain, that this is common. The first vet we talked to, he wasn't aware of that. They usually show some symptoms before they start dying out. But yeah, it's a little bit different this time around, it seems.
So now you're under a 150-day quarantine. What does that look like?
Yeah, it's 120 actually. A little bit better than 150, but yeah, so the farm is under quarantine, which basically means we can't bring any more chickens on the property for that length of time. Fortunately, we have another side of our business, which is an online farmers market. I'm in our distribution center now. And so fortunately, we just got cleared from the USDA to continue this side of the business, which is going to save us, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about your farm and your business and just how important it is for everyone, but just what's your business like? What's your farm like?
Yes, yeah. So we just recently moved on to 74 acres, which is where we have the hens here. We're the farmer for the eggs, and then we work with other producers for meat, greens, dairy, anything that can be produced locally without chemicals. We aggregate from all those other local farmers, bring it here to the distribution center, and then we actually have a direct-to-home delivery model where we deliver our eggs and other farmers' eggs or products direct to our community's doorsteps.
And so all these chemicals and stuff, is that what, and I know you're different in so many ways, but what do you think is causing this?
I don't know. It's like the whole reason that we're doing what we're doing is several years ago, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which best guess it was tied to glyphosate, which is what they spray on all the corn and soy fields around here. I never really paid attention to food, to be honest, up until that point. And then after going through that, my wife and I decided to move to a 150-year-old farmhouse and try to start to be farmers and get real clean, chemical-free food to people. And so that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing. I don't know. It's just conventional agriculture, I think, is a big part of why we're in the situation that we're in, which is separate from the bird flu. That's perhaps a different topic for a different day.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, everything is going well with you, right? I mean, things are going good. Yeah. And other than this big, kind of stumble because of this bird flu, any idea when you can recover? How does that process, how long does that process take?
Yeah, so right after the 120-day quarantine, we're clear to get at it again, and we'll reintroduce birds onto our property, and other things. So that's the ambition.
Hey, Marty, thanks. I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you being with us.